Hey guys, welcome back to Adventures in Aviators. Today we are walking you through Burr Trail Road, Long Canyon, and Singing Canyon, deep in the heart of Utah. As always, we're going to rank this on location, facilities, plants and wildlife, trail traffic, and the payoff. And I'll just tell you guys straight away, this one is a little bit different because honestly, most of this is a drive. And the reason I wanted to do a video about it is because I didn't even know about this until we actually got there and we'd done a fair amount of research. Most of the things that I had discovered online had to do with Hole in the Rock Road, which is a dirt road that's really rough, and we were renting a vehicle and I didn't feel very comfortable taking our vehicle on that road, and there's some really cool hikes out there and slot canyons. But so when we arrived, we found out about Burr Trail Road, and considering we were renting a vehicle, it sounded like a great option, and I tell you, it ended up being probably the highlight of our entire time in the Escalante area. This area is awesome, and so I wanted to share some of this with you guys. So where is Burr Trail Road? Burr Trail Road branches off of Scenic Highway 12, and Scenic Highway 12, you've heard about me talk in some other videos, is worth the trip alone. But Burr Trail shoots off of this in Boulder. So to get to the offshoot for Burr Trail Road, it's going to take over 4 hours from Salt Lake City, over 3.5 from Moab, roughly 4 from Zion, and it's about 30 minutes away from Escalante. So it is not close to much, but that is why I love this part of the world, and we are going to talk about that here in a little bit, about how few people we saw and how majestic these views were. And basically the two towns that are along Scenic Highway 12 are Boulder and Escalante. Escalante is definitely a little bit more commercial and has some gas stations and restaurants and a couple different things like that. Boulder's quite a bit smaller, but this branches off of Boulder and heads east. So this is a part of Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument. There are no fees to get into this area, which is especially nice. And again, it's paved the whole way, which was news to me, and this drive is epic. So for location, it is out of the way, and I love it that way. I'm gonna give this a 3. It's not close to much of anything, but some of us really love that. So one of the first things you're going to notice as you come off Highway 12 are these bright, white, gorgeous structures on your right. One of them is called a Sugar Loaf, which I just think is hilarious, and you'll just notice the colors in these areas are captivating and ever-changing, which is part of what makes this road just so scenic and so beautiful. As you follow down this path, there is some good signage that I encourage you to read about the park, and then you'll descend into Long Canyon, and you just see these amazing and gorgeous kind of bright orangish red rocks, and you descend rather quickly into a very steep canyon. And it's along here on this drive that you reach Singing Canyon. And Singing Canyon is a beautiful slot canyon that's all of 100 feet off the road. And so you can do these other hikes and find definitely skinnier canyons, but this is a beautiful little spot. We stopped here and had lunch and just enjoyed this spot, and we can stop and have lunch because there's like no one around. We saw 3 people the entire time that we were here for about an hour, and it was just a great, cool, shaded area. We were here in the heat of summer in July, and so that was part of why this drive was a great replacement for some other hikes that we were considering, because it was just so stinking hot. But that said, you definitely want to bring water with you as well. But Singing Canyon is beautiful. There's not any signage that's going to mark it, but you'll see a little parking area off to the left as you're going out on the road, and you can stop right there and check out Singing Canyon, which I definitely recommend. Some plants and wildlife that you can hope to see on this trip are going to be, well, lizards. I mean, you are out in the heat. At least when we were there was not a lot as far as animals or plants and wildlife and stuff like that. So I'm only going to give this a 2 aviators for plants and wildlife. But of course, you got to have all your desert plants, all that kind of stuff. So that's what you're coming to see. But there wasn't a lot of bigger plant life or bigger animal life at this part of the state. Another thing to note, that all along this drive, as beautiful it is, you are out in nature and there are not any facilities. So you need to use the bathrooms in Boulder. There are some restaurants there you can stop in, buy a muffin or a sandwich or whatever, and take that with, or enjoy it while you're there for breakfast. But you definitely want to use the bathrooms there. At the same time, you definitely want to make sure that you have plenty of water for this trip, because there is nothing out here. I cannot overstate that there is nothing out here. So if you do have some kind of a breakdown or something like that, you are going to be out there for a while, and it's going to take whoever a long time to come out and find you. So make sure that you have all of your emergency supplies with you. For this reason, I'm giving 1 aviator for facilities. Now, as you come out of Long Canyon, you see the terrain changing again, and you've got just some amazing multicolored mountains and layers of rock and dirt that you just see everywhere, and it's just stunning. Just stunning. And you are driving up and down and all around all of these things, and it's just constantly changing, which is why your head is on a pivot the entire time, and it was just such a highlight of our trip. Now, the road does finally become unpaved just before you actually reach the southern sections of Capitol Reef National Park. And at this point, it does get hairy real quick, because there's some significant switchback roads going down into the park, and that is not for the faint of heart. So we stopped once the trail went to gravel and into the park there. But I just have to tell you that for trail traffic, we saw, I think, I'm gonna say maybe 10 people the entire day. And so there was just no one out here. So it was just wonderful solitude in God's creation, this beautiful scenery all around. I cannot rave more about this trail. So for trail traffic, I'm gonna give this 5 out of 5 aviators. 5 out of 5 aviators. So the payoff, well, you've been seeing the payoff throughout this video. It is stunning. I just can't wait to get back to this area. I'll probably go during a time of year where it's a little bit cooler, because it was incredibly hot in July. Now, these areas can get incredibly cold in winter, so be prepared for that as well. But check out this area. The Burr Trail, Singing Canyon is amazing for anyone who maybe has limited mobility. If you're retired and mobility is an issue, or you've got really, really young kids and they're not going to be able to do a long hike, I cannot recommend this area enough to see the beauty of Utah. But you don't have to go off-roading, and you don't have to go hiking to see it. It's great. So the payoff, it's going to get 5 aviators. 5 aviators. I cannot wait to get back here. I can't encourage you enough to go check out this area. Of course, leave it prettier than you found it. Take all your trash out. Leave no trace, all of those things. Make sure this area is beautiful for future generations. If you have other comments, thoughts about this area, please put those down in the comments. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, please nudge that subscribe button. But smash that like button. Smash that like button. Hit the notification bell. Help us share this beautiful place with others who want to explore such things. And we will see you next time.